Now, let's go ahead. Take a look at your mop handle. You have the cage, mop handle, and your dust mop. Now, to disconnect, simple. It's a clip right here. This is of course gonna have a swivel, but to prevent the swiveling, if needed, there's a little lock right here. Push it down, no more swivel. But if needed, pull it back, swivel's open. Now to disconnect, dust mop head. It's from cage, very simple. It's always gonna be an opening. There's your little lock right here. Simple as that. Now in this case, this dust mop is pretty dusty. So if you were to use this to clean, most likely you're not really gonna pick up much. You're probably gonna be adding dirt to the floor that you're dust mopping. So of course, always wanna make sure you have a very nice clean dust mop. In this case, we have one right here. It's a 24-inch. There's also a 36-inch if needed, depending how big of hallways or rooms that you are having to dust mop. Now, you have your opening right here. Slide it in. Make sure it's in properly. You don't want it to open through the main handle or whatnot. So make sure you slide in perfectly. You have your lock right here. Lock it in, cover it up. Should be good. Now, of course, putting it back on. Clip right here into the center. Now, should be good. A lot of people have seen that dust mop. Most likely, this should be the forward. Do not have it backwards like this. You're gonna have a hard time swiveling if needed. So of course, make sure the flat side, it's basically, I take this as a little arrow, make sure it's pointing towards you. And now always, before dust mopping, you wanna make sure you grab your broom, sweep, whatever that you're using. And now, in this case, baseboards, wall lines, most likely the best thing to do to make sure you're getting everything, go against the baseboards first. Brush it out, not brush it through straight, because at that point you're just basically just either adding everything back to the dustboard or to the baseboards, dirt and whatnot. So most likely you always want to brush it through out, center to the middle, brush everything into the middle. Don't have to worry about it. Same thing with door hinges. Push it through the middle, wall lines, push it out, corners like this, hit at an angle, make sure you're brushing everything towards you basically, not back to the wall. Now, once everything is most likely, got all your baseboards, everything off the corners. Now, there's multiple ways. Of course, you can always push out, shake off, push off, shake off. Very effective, definitely works. But in this case, if you're going to the wall, don't go straight on, because most likely, again, same thing with sweeping away from the baseboards. You don't want to push all that dirt back into it. So if anything, just at an angle. So you're pushing everything into the center. Now, in this case, flooring's tiles, there's basic lines. So what I like to do is basically just go with the lines. Turn back. Now at this point, once you're turning, you don't have to rotate your whole entire body. Most likely just a simple rotation. Basically what I'm doing with my hands, I'm basically just twisting it through. Twist it through. Again, I'm going against the lines of the tiles. I like to start at one point and make sure that I dust everything off, mop-wise, all back into where I'm starting at. Now, of course, there's also the most effective part. You can do a figure eight to make sure you're getting every single thing as much as you can. Of course, make sure you're getting all of the stuff that you swept off from the baseboards into the center. back through, cut around. And now basically once you find your ending point, let's use this as an example. Let's put everything right here. And then go ahead, go back to your broom, make sure you have your dustpan. Make sure to get any residuals that's maybe lingering or you know that you probably can't see that you most likely missed. Make sure you're getting everything cleared out into the center. And just brush it into your dustpan. Just like that. And of course, make sure you have your barrel with you for you to dump it out if needed. Of course, most likely longer hallways or bigger hallways, you're most likely need a bigger size of your dust mop. So most likely that's when we'll have to come into effect to get a bigger one. I've seen a lot of people just try to basically brush it back and forth, kind of like a broom, and that's most likely you're not doing anything. You're basically just pushing it forward and bringing it all back. So of course, again, from your baseboards, always get at an angle, make sure everything is off. Rotate through. Back down. And drop.